Once upon a time there was a king who had everything, wealth, power, and endless pleasures. But his heart was never at peace. Every day he was consumed by worries and problems, and his mind was constantly restless. Despite being surrounded by praise and flattery, the king still felt exhausted and deeply lonely. One day the king summoned a wise hermit known for his insight into human nature. The hermit lived a simple life yet seemed to be perfectly at ease. The king poured out his troubles. Why is it that even though I have everything I can't find inner peace? I want to escape this constant turmoil and anxiety. Please guide me. The hermit smiled gently and said, the answer you seek is already within you, but you haven't discovered it. I have a simple suggestion. If you are willing to try, you'll find the peace you're looking for in 15 days. All right, the king immediately agreed. I'm willing to try anything. The hermit continued, for the next 15 days you will stay alone in my sanctuary. You must remain as silent as possible, speaking only when absolutely necessary. Spend your time observing and experiencing the world around you. I won't say more than that. The king, though curious, trusted the hermit and began his 15 days of silent living. On the first day his mind felt even more restless than usual, filled with scattered thoughts and worries about his kingdom. This sense of discomfort was unfamiliar. He was used to the noise and authority of making decisions, but now silence seemed to rob him of control over his surroundings. However, he resisted the urge to speak and started noticing the details around him. The songs of birds, the rustling of leaves in the wind, the soft light of the morning sun. These were small things he had never paid attention to before, yet they now seemed so beautiful. By the 10th day the king found that the noise in his mind began to fade and a sense of peace, something he had never known, started to emerge from deep within him. On the 12th day the king found himself slipping into deep meditation. He closed his eyes, no longer thinking, no longer disturbed by the noise of the outside world. His mind finally found a quiet harbor. In this stillness his awareness became as clear as a calm lake. He felt an extraordinary sense of inner comfort and peace, as though a breeze had swept away all his weariness and troubles. On the 15th day the king returned to the hermit with a transformed heart. Excited, he said, I understand now. I spent so much time searching for answers outside of myself, but the peace I was looking for was already within me. I used to talk too much and waste so much energy on trivial things, often thinking negatively about others. All this excessive talking and thinking only disturbed my mind and made me inefficient. The hermit nodded with a knowing smile. You've uncovered part of the truth. Silence is not about avoiding the world, but about hearing the voice within. People often think that by talking more and doing more they gain control over their lives. But the more you quiet your mind, the more you find true strength amid the noise. The hermit continued, our words are like swords, they can harm but they can also create. Those who understand when to speak and when to remain silent often achieve the greatest success. Have you noticed? When you became silent, your thoughts grew clearer and your heart became calm. That is the source of true power. The king nodded, deeply moved. Yes. I used to believe that controlling others through my words would bring me power. But now I see that true power comes from controlling myself. The hermit smiled, you found your own path of wisdom. Remember, maintaining inner stillness not only makes you stronger but also allows you to see life's choices more clearly. At the end of the story, the hermit reminded the king, starting today, take some time each day to immerse yourself in silence and observe the rhythm of your own mind. You'll find that many of life's troubles don't come from the outside world but from the weight you assign them. Learn to express yourself sparingly and act with the strength of inner peace. And you will discover that success and contentment have always been within you. Friends, this story teaches us that silence is not only a form of wisdom but also a source of strength. When we learn to control our words and embrace the calm within, we can uncover the true meaning of life and find the strength to move forward. So let's take a little time each day to experience the power of silence. It will help us find inner peace and uncover the true essence of life.